Hello and welcome to round 20 of the 2021 season of Rony's Tuesday fun race in Live for Speed. Tonight with the FXO GTR at Westhill National. You're watching Sim Broadcasts on Twitch and YouTube. My name is Peter Butcher and joining me in the commentary box is Eoin Harmon. Eoin, this is going to be a good one. We are 20 rounds into the championship, only a handful to go. What do you make of this combo?
Yeah, it's very much got a sort of touring cars feel, whether it be the British touring cars or the world touring cars. I think it's going to be a fascinating watch.
Totally agree with you there. We are on round 20 of the championship. It's been a long road to get here, but we are nearly done for the year, September 28th at W1 in the FXR. Let's get a look at what the drivers have been trying to tackle during the qualifying session, which is currently underway for 60 minutes. Then we'll have a 22 lap race at 10 past the hour, so in around about 18 minutes time. Eoin, it's a fun story in the championships. We have it's Rick Cardle leading the way ahead of his teammate Unite. Similar story, but Eoin Kotila in the rounds that we have left of this year, can he catch up? It's looking less and less likely overall. But yes, those two, Unite and Rick Cardle, have been knocking 9 bells out of each other for the entire year. It's super close, and it could be either of them two lifting the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, that's definitely the consensus, Pete. Yanni to win from here would require DNFs from the Sidus duo. You simply cannot see that happening. But yeah, the top two should make for a thrilling chase for the championship. And here's to it.
Yeah, we'll be with them until the end of the year, and we will see how it's going right now. At the moment, it's not going all their way. In the session, Unite's 4th and Rick Cardle's 5th at the moment, but we'll show you that once these tables finish sliding across your screen. Tula Falkenberg, busy as ever, putting together these tables for us, and boy, there are a lot of them. 135 drivers now registered points in Rony's Tuesday fun race. So over in the Teams Championship is a little bit of a simpler story. We have Sidus leading the way, pretty much wrapped up the championship at this point, ahead of Race Green Autosports, Born to Race P3, World Class Lions, the sponsors of the series P4, Master Race Car P5, Fragmaster P6, Sim Broadcasters P7. Then we've got the Zafaralis P8, Father and Son Racing in P9, Alma Course in P10, and Fortunato Racing Team still there in P11. Alrighty, so Eoin, it's time to head to qualifying and see what's going on the track.
There we are, the start-finish straight. One of the more fascinating ones, I think, in Live for Speed. But the pace belongs to Excellent, also known as the Kunas in this table, with a 1 minute 26.9 benchmark for everyone to chase. And undoubtedly, those Sidus guys are the best of the chasers when someone else is having their way. With Gabor, Litty, Unite, and Rick Cardle.
Yeah, we have 4 Sidus drivers at the top of the timesheets, but for once, they're not right at the top because it is, yes, Motorsports Lacunas, as you mentioned, who is currently topping the times. And one name that I am missing from this list is Eoin Kotila.
Yeah, that's a fair point. If Yanni cannot or does not want to participate in this round, then that just gives the other two guys the bit more freedom to continue their close encounters. So yeah, that's just the nature of the business here in RT4. If you want to turn up, you can, and if you can't or would choose not to, then that's okay as well.
Yeah, we've got Sidus. Sammy Lippmanen's back. He's back from his brief appearances in RTFR. He's back today in the FXR and currently sits P3, just behind his teammate Gabor, and ahead of Unite and Rick Cardle. Owner is the best of the rest, I think it's safe to say, in P6. Asker for World Class Lions is in P7, and we have 37 times registered on the board just now, Eoin, which is pretty chunky. But as you can see from owner here, the drivers out there around Westhill National, which isn't a long track, are struggling for track position to try and find enough space to set a lap.
Yeah, this is a very congested track because the middle sector turns turns 3, 4, and 5 in particular, very, very tricky and unforgiving with the grass. So if you're trying to hang around, find some space, there's going to be someone right there to catch up to you, and that will be absolutely frustrating for drivers who have come into the server in the last maybe 10 or 15 minutes and want to get a good time. But so far, no one is going to be cut out of the event entirely. We have space for 40 people.
We do, and we have 3 minutes left in the session, which should be enough for everybody to register a lap who wants to. Yeah, we've got Michael Malik with a very broken-looking car. He's about to come around to finish a lap. Sean Lee there, P16 at the moment. He'll want to improve towards the end of the session, no doubt. Yaroslav Donalik, he's on the cusp of a top 20. Timi Soini and Ian Donny, they are a little bit further down than maybe I would have expected them to be. Especially,
Boris had a massive spill. I beg your pardon. He's hit the Westhill Bridge.
Oh,
unfortunately, that's the wrong camera angle. He's
he's up there. There you go.
He's completely smashed off the curb and into the air he went. That's very unusual for OGF4 qualifying.
Yeah,
he's done us a favour by staying there. Carry on.
No worries. Super tight at the top, but it is Lacunas who is the only driver who has broken into the 26s at the moment. He is 22 hundredths ahead of Gabor, who is still parked up by the Westhill Circuit Bridge. And yeah, he will not have time then to set another lap unless he's very quick about getting himself out into the session.
I think he found it amusing more so. He said to his teammate Unite, "Have a look at me," and then he got a lol as a response. And we've got more drivers parking where they shouldn't, and we're just about out of time. Where if you haven't set a lap this time by, you're not going to make it. So.
Yeah, the track is super congested down towards this hairpin section, and these drivers, they'll have time, so they just need to find some space. There is some space behind them. Yaroslav Donalik here with his pink and white livery there, trying to find some space. He'll need to find some down the back straight here. In fact, is that a Powerpuff Girl livery?
It certainly is, yeah.
It's fabulous.
Famous trio.
That is fabulous. All right, there we are. So he's going to get, well, there we go, as one of the FNS cars. Oh, goodness me. And we've got a car. Oh, my goodness. It's all going off in the last few moments of RTFR qualifying. Yada's managed to somehow, after all of that, find some space by the looks of it. And he's going to try and set one last lap. 40 seconds to go thereabouts when he crosses the line. Where is our championship leader? Where is Ricardo? He is not on the track, or is he? Well, he's 6/10 off the pace, which is...
Oh, he's crashed as well.
Okay, yeah.
Accidents all over the place here.
That is an alarming gap that Vitautas Lagutskas, under his Lacunas alias, has managed to get over the rest of the field. The ball's still up there. Here's Mies with a bit of a... Well, that's not the way you want to start a lap. The clock has hit 0, so he wouldn't be able to start one anyway. As he pirouettes his way across start-finish, we turn to Unite then, who is on a lap and looking to improve if he managed to get a clean final corner on his previous lap, which quite a lot of cars didn't manage. To start-finish he goes. What will it be this time? He's 0.38 off of Lacunas' pole time, and it is not an improvement on the final attempt for Unite.
Yeah, he'll take a second row start, to be honest. It's not the end of the world.
Here comes Oscar. He was, he's almost a second off pole, but let's see what he can manage on his final timed attempt. Will it be an improvement? It will not be an improvement. So P7 at best for him. Cars lining up at the end of pit lane. Oh, and I think we have everybody across the line, Owen. So let's get a look at the results. of the qualifying for round number 20 of the 2021 season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, the regular edition here on a Tuesday evening in Live for Speed. So on pole position, it will be Lacunas, Vitaltas Lagutskas there in P1. Just ahead of Gabor, Sami Lipmanen, Unite, and Rick Cardle down in P5. I think that's one of the lowest qualifying positions that those two have had all year, Owen. Owner P6, Asker P7, Twin Cam P8, Yari Tiller P9, Fatal in P10. Then we've got Kig for Master Race Car P11, Gui, Jox, Igor, Michael, Sean, Thamuli, Donny, Soini, and Yada rounding out the top 20. Over on the second screen, we have another 17 drivers. 7-9 for Father and Sons ahead of Fragmaster's Strutter. Born to Race Scattle ahead of Redbot for Race Green. Then it's Iron Firexter, Climbs, Magic, Lorenzo, Jamin, and Xtoff rounding out the top 30. Rony only managed 31st. Then we've got Young, Pedro BR, Pitlane Racer, Kirku87, LG Meese, and Slayer in P37. Some way off the times there, actually, at 1 minute 47. So possibly only managed to get one lap in and wasn't a respectful lap. Representative. There we are. There's the word. Yes, we have 7 minutes until the start, Owen. So I think it's probably time for a brief break. We'll be back for 27 laps around Westhill National. I think it's safe to say the newest combination in LFS, one of the newest tracks. And yeah, should be a good one. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to round number 20 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2021 with the FXR at Westhill National. Eoin, we've just seen 4 Sidus drivers pipped to pole position by Vytautas Lagutskas, which is a bit of a change. The last few times that Vytautas has joined us for RTFR, he hasn't actually taken the start, so fingers crossed he does this time and gives our Sidus contingent a little bit to think about today. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it seems like it's a 50-50 call to see if we get our assigned pole sitter onto the grid or not. But it'll be a very fascinating event if we have someone challenging the Sidus domination. But there are definitely other drivers who need to take advantage. They might like Westhill as a configuration, and they'll need to use it while they still have it and get some handy points on the board.
Yeah, moments away from the start of the race. The driver's just getting ready to go. 4.4 kilometers, 2.7 miles around this track. That is what faces the drivers today. 10 turns using the front and back straight of Westhill International, but then cutting into the infield section, the new infield section, if we can call it new, in Live for Speed. 22 laps, which should take us around 30 to 35 minutes. Just waiting on the drivers to ready up. And here we go.
Yeah, we've actually got Yanni Katila starting dead last after he joined the server during the intermission. So we don't have our pole sitter Lagunas, but we do have Gabor in now what is now first position. So we're waiting a long hold here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And go. Let's see what these drivers are capable of doing with the standard 4-wheel drive. It's Gabor not quite in position here. It could be Litty taking the lead on the inside. Unite driving the Nissan Primera in 3rd place. One driver's gone slightly wide. Oh, other cars into the barriers there. Oh dear, that's a nasty one. Going to ruin those races. There's Pit Lane Racer. Just trying to find out who else was involved. LG Meese is rather slow as Shirafa tries to gain as many places as he can from the start. We should see the leaderboard shuffle up now, actually, yeah.
So yeah, absolute chaos at the start at the back, but it does look as though our front runners have managed to get away cleanly. Unite there, the only one of the Sidus drivers not opting to use the team skin, so he'll be easy to spot this race as one of the bollards goes flying on the exit of the hairpin. We're riding aboard with Sami Lipmanen, taking a look at his teammates just behind. But what else is going on? Here's Kig. He's had a decent start. He's running around in P14 at the moment for Master Race Car. Up ahead, it does look like Owner is getting quite close to the back of Rick Cardle and could have a run potentially, Eoin, as we go around the final corner.
Yeah, and we do have a car in the gravel. I think it was LG Meese took to the gravel, but yeah, it's a strong start for Sidus. Even if the order has changed, they'll be very happy to see their 1, 2, 3, 4 has not changed.
Yeah,
Owner has the top 5 there. That's good.
Yeah, but not able to really make that work because we've got this is Jari Katila and Twincam side by side. Twincam just making sure he stays ahead actually of Jari Katila, and yeah, he's going to chase down the other world-class Lions car of Arska, who goes off the track actually, and that allows Fatal Unfair to get through. If you're wondering where our pole sitter's gone, he didn't take the start, so Lagunas has chickened out.
Well, you can certainly raise that point with him if you want, but it just seems to be his style. He just says, I could win this if I really wanted to. And he chooses to spectate. Yeah, it is Litty holding the race lead. Rick Cardle will be furiously trying to get past our driver who inherited first position on the grid. Drivers needing pit stops, which is not necessary. But nevertheless, Townsville needs their Powerpuff Girls, so yeah, that's going to be a long one for Yaroslav.
Well, there we go then. So Sami Lipmanen leads from Unite from Gabor.
Pit Lane Racer goes wide at the final corner. Just out of camera shot. That was dangerous for Fat Ass in particular. And this is a lap lapped car, so he needs to be yielding to everybody, and that would have been frustrating for Fat Ass in particular. So he needs to take to the pits as well.
Yeah, meanwhile, we still have this battle with Twin Cam and a World Class Lions car. This time it's Asker. He has caught up to the back of Asker, not able to get past in turn one. And that's given Fatal and Owner a bit more breathing room as these two, or rather these three now, this group of cars squabble up the hill. Yeah, really impressive, dominant performance again so far by the Sidus team. But you'd be beginning to think that Gabor isn't really doing Rick Cardle many favours. Rick is in a direct fight with his own teammate Unite for the championship lead. But I think they're just here for fun, aren't they? That team, they're just having their own race.
Yeah, that's the way. No one else just can find that little 5% that could put them in Sidus's radar. But we have plenty of battles to enjoy elsewhere, such as the Hitmuli defending from Igor. This is the most precarious pair of corners, in my opinion. If you touch those curbs, you're going to be at risk of an accident. And the gravel trap waits as well. Giraffe making gains as well. He took a place off his teammate, for example. Igor.
Igor's dropping a few places here. He's down to P14 at the moment. And Thamuli, he's having a great race. He's up to P12. So ZFRL doing well in this one. And Owner now has dropped slightly off the back of the Sidus quartet. We've got Guy battling with Michael side by side across start finish. Take it away.
Yeah, that was a slipstream effect there, helping Gui into the top 10. Michael had no response. It was a case of I want to defend my line, and that's all I can do. Let's check out behind here. Igor slides as Scattle looks to break up that battle and get himself into what would be 13th position, and it looks like he's got it, heading into sector number 2 in the next few seconds. Yeah, this is a one at a time portion of the track, it has to be said.
Yeah, especially in these cars, they're quite wide. It's quite hard to hold these cars side by side with how wide they are and how powerful they are. Been done, but you don't often see it, and it's kind of single file from there on in. And the only real chance to get past is if you slipstream on the straight.
Oh, Redbot dive bombed into Strutter, and that went catastrophically wrong at turn number 7, I believe that was. That was just a hit and a no hope, unfortunately. And Redbot should be careful next time.
Coming to the end of lap 4 already, so we really are pressing on with the laps, such as the format of our regular Tuesday action in Live for Speed. And yeah, Owner, he's in a comfortable gap here. This is a really nice performance from Owner. He is some 1.5 seconds nearly ahead of Fatal, who comes through turn 2 now, and he will soon have his mirrors full again of Asker if he doesn't hurry up.
Oh, and Twin Cam has spectated. I didn't spot exactly what could have happened there, but that's an immediate DNF for our friend Twin Cam.
Yoni Catilla's made it up from P37 or thereabouts up to P20. You mentioned earlier that he was making gains through the field, Owen, but here he is, P20. How much further through the field can he get? Well, he's picked up some damage at the front of that car early on.
A bit further ahead from this, we've got Nissan versus BMW. Lorenzo defends from Magic, I beg your pardon. We don't really get to see these two marks battling out that often in real life as often as we used to. But it should be very engaging to see if Magic can get the slipstream into the start-finish straight. What will be lap 6. Or might fancy a bit sooner, actually. Yeah, he's gaining the miles per hour he needs. Has a look at the inside. I think Lorenzo is lifting a little early for the breaking point. Yeah, this could be a move done. Yeah, that's going to be a photo finish.
Yeah, Lorenzo's managed to hold the momentum around the outside on Magic, and that's going to give Magic the slipstream again as they head up towards turn 1. So this isn't over, folks. Let's see. Will Magic go for it? Of course he will. It's RTFR. It's a sprint race. You have to get your moves done when you can. He's on the grass. That's not going to help. Lorenzo will hold that position for now, Owen.
Yeah, nicely played there. Wasn't expecting it. And then a fastest lap for P19, Iron Donny. Sensational work there with a 1 minute 28.3, and he's making the move on Magic. And that is a bit of a rub. And there's Yanni Catilla in the picture now. So it's like one apex predator meets another apex predator meets another one.
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say, oh my goodness me. Yeah, Magic did not have a break there. It was on for gaining a position and ultimately lost 3, you could argue. So, yeah, that was entertaining. But here we go. Yoni Catilla and Iron Donny. This is a battle kind of down the field. The leaders have all spread out already. There's a second between all of them up there. Gabor and Rick Cardle are close, but we'll keep an eye on this and see if Donny can have a scrap with Yoni Catilla and Lorenzo. Oh, Iron Donny all the way down there with the fastest lap. Brilliant. As Sammy Lippman steals it away on lap 6.
Yeah, Litty takes it away from Donny. Just these battles in the middle of the pack are the ones to watch. There's a good queue crossing the line as I speak. Just trying to find the exact pairing. Yeah, so it is the guys who are already watching. True Alpha there, 19th now. Donny looks to have made a tiny mistake into the first corner, but it's okay. He held it. But it just means Lorenzo is feeling the heat now. And there's a potential move to be done into the turn 3 and 4 combo. I think maybe the... Oh, there's a...
Oh, yeah, another one
They
from
put
Donny.
the foot in, but not enough to make contact. We lose Young from the race. So that drops the remaining drivers down to 34.
Yeah, Rick Cardle and Gabor were close, but they've now separated themselves a little bit. And you can see the gap back to Owner. Those Sidus guys really are on it at the moment. As Lorenzo and Yoni continue to scrap down into the double right-handers. Yoni will disappear. This will leave Lorenzo and Magic to resume their scrapping. Good stuff.
Yeah. We do have a damaged car. It's MRC's Prezhmkov. He's getting lapped in the bottom of your screen there. He's totally destroyed the right-hand side. But Magic is now holding that inside line. And it should be better off for him this time compared with Lorenzo getting the drag on the outside to suit his power. And nearly touching the grass there, getting awfully close. But I think this could be the move. Yeah, Magic has no response. It's just outmaneuvering here and blocking the cutback. Nicely played.
Yeah, good stuff from these two as Magic drops the wheel, and that will be that. Lorenzo has won that game, set, and match. Meanwhile, at the front, as you can see, it is status quo.
Yeah, Litty continues to dominate, really. 2 seconds is quite small when you think about it, but you just have to say after 8 laps, and we have 22 in total, it is a healthy enough lead. Oh, Fatass and Arska right beside each other now. Arska may use the drag. He's already got the job done for now. Fatass has to think of a master plan for retribution. It's maybe not going to happen because Owner is not a million miles away either. Prezhmkov's going to come out of the pits, but let's look at Climbs. Yeah, go ahead.
Donny and Climbs fighting as well. Owner's being caught. Arska and Fatass are really catching him now, as it looks like Magic might be caught up by these two. Donny's on some crazy pace at the moment. He's got Yoni Catilla in the background, but Yoni's not really catching Donny that quickly, and if anything, has dropped back slightly. So Yoni will have to get past Climbs before that battle can happen. Donny is one of those drivers who, recently he's not really been doing such a great job in qualifying, as Owner loses 2 positions somehow there, Owen. I missed it.
I missed it as well.
But Arska and Fatal have managed to get past, and Owner has dropped from P5 to P7 in a blink of an eye.
That'll sting, has to be said. He was doing a wonderful job, and all of a sudden The other two guys got their heads down and got past. And Yariktil is in sight as well. He's well in contention as well.
Yeah, and here comes Yoni and Donny. We've had this pair scrap before, of course. But here they are. Here's Donny. He's caught up to the back of Jocks right now. Father and son's racing here in that. I do like the FNS liveries. I do say this often, but it's a great, nice and simple livery. That Donny sends one up the inside. Narrowly avoids contact on the right of Jocks' car, and then off onto start finish. Further back, we've got Redbot and Pedro. Some sort of a weird collaboration name going on there. Down into the final corner. And Redbot trying to find a way through here onto start-finish. Plenty of slipstream. They'll be side-by-side across the start-finish. Redbot might get a distant tow off the back of Rony.
No, I don't think he's got it. He'll have to keep the inside line for turn 2, or maybe... No, it's the switchback has been denied. Good job.
Owner's not done. He's just got back past Fatal. This battle is raging on. This is Yari Katilla now involved in this scrap as well. So Owner and Fatal have dropped back into the hands of Yari Katilla. So Yari Katilla's now in this fight for the best part, well, the last few positions in the top 10. Here comes Yoni on Jocks, and Donny's also lost a position out too. So Donny, while trying to scrap with Jocks, has lost out here. Yoni has said goodbye to both of them now. He's well ahead. Opens that gap up.
Yeah, and Donny isn't finished yet, with Jocks needing to retreat to that inside line for the final corner, number 10. And in fact, he does decide to go early on the brakes in the hope of a counter-attack. But Kig is the next driver behind him, so maybe he's a little too generous. So we'll see what the plan is there for Jocks.
Yeah, not the best exit for Yoni, but luckily Donny wasn't able to capitalise, so Yoni might be safe. We'll have to wait and see. We're coming up to the halfway point in this race, and it is Sami Lipmanen leading from his teammate Unite ahead of Gabor and Rick Cardle, who are still scrapping. There's been no change to position for these guys since lap 1. And yep, our championship leader currently 4th with Unite standing to gain a few places, or gain a few points on his teammate, in the Drivers' Championship if it finishes this way, Owen. The pendulum swings, as we say.
Exactly right, yeah. Any advantage Unite can find, he'll take it. But it's these guys, Fatass, Owner, and Narska. Or sorry, that's Owner, Yariktil, and Fatass are the ones to watch here. 6, 7, 8, getting close. But other drivers here is the Himuli. Side by side here. Trying to see if it's another example of the outside line helping.
Trying to make it work. Not quite.
No, it's not that time. Yeah, Gui holds on.
But as they head up the hill again, it is Owner who, he's been dropped a little bit by Asker. He's now having to defend quite hard from Yari Katilla and Fatass as they head through turn 1. It's a fantastic corner that in the FXR. Easily flat. We have Yoni still making progress through here. He's got Igor now to pass. That's job done into turn 1. Can Donny follow through as well? He's going to try and make it work around the outside of turn 2. That's a risky move. Have to sit in behind, I'm afraid. Or is he? No, there he goes around the outside. Nice move.
Sweetly done, but Yannick Tilla's really charging through the field now. He's got his rhythm, but his potential best finish would have to be battling for the top 10 with Scottle, Himuli, and Gui. That's his best chance.
Yeah, I mean, he's been, 24 places gained now for Yoni Katilla, up to P13. How many more places can he realistically gain? He's got 4 seconds now to Scattle. We'll have to keep an eye on the lap times to work this out. But, if the guys ahead start scrapping, Yoni can be there. He's got no one ahead to worry about. He's only got Donny to worry about. Here comes Yari on Owner. This is Yari Katilla, the other Katilla, the Katilla that's not normally the Katilla at the front, is having a great day and makes it 2 world-class Lions cars in the top 6 just now. but might be a sitting duck to owner out of the final corner. Let's pay attention to this one, Owen.
Yeah, this is the kick
Ooh.
that you get from the turbo.
What happened there?
Oh, I think owner didn't make his choice to go to the outside. He wanted to stay inside. Yep. He wasn't allowed. That was fair driving from Yari. So it was just owner made a critical non-decision, and now he's paid the price.
Yeah, that was an absolutely indecisive moment, which has not only, potentially lost him a position, but it could have potentially gained him a position, but instead he lost one. Here's Strutter and Lorenzo. Strutter in the blue and red car there. Let's switch our attention further back just now. Climbs gets made by Redbot into turn 1.
Yeah, he put it all the way down to 5th gear, and he didn't have the revs to keep steady pace, so it's an easy move for Redbot, as far as I'm concerned.
Asker is the best of the rest at the moment, ahead of his teammate Yari Katilla. Then it's Falas and Owner, who has dropped now from P5 to P8. But he won't mind. This has been a really good race for him and a good scrap, so let's see if he can focus up and try and gain those positions back, or at least get in the mix before the end of the race. We are into the second half of this race. Another driver who's impressed, one of the air support drivers. So for those of you who don't know, air support is the kind of what you call the junior team to Air Attack Racing. Guy, he's having a pretty nice few rounds here, Owen. I'm not familiar with this name. Now, I think he's a new driver to not just the team, but also to the sim. So P10 in a Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, that's going to capture some people's attention, not just us here in the commentary box. So good effort from one of the Air Attack junior team drivers.
Yeah, I do like the concept of a junior team. Works nicely, gives new people a chance. We've got Lorenzo fighting away with Team Usain. And it looks like Soini is through. Yeah.
Not only that, we've got Redbot on 7-9 also. Drivers are really loving this turn 1 today. That's where all the moves are happening, it seems. Redbot making his move on 7-9 for Air Attack Racing. Guy is having all sorts of a scrap with Thamuli now. So let's keep an eye on this. We've got a driver who's pretty experienced in RTFR up against one who isn't. That's Guy in the background. Ooh, almost having a bit of contact. But having a fun race nonetheless. And soon he will have world-class lines Eoin Katilla looming large in his mirrors. Eoin's closed that gap down to nothing pretty quickly.
Yeah, Gui will have to find the balance between his best hot laps and obviously defending against one of the best in Eoin Katilla. And yeah, it's just obviously when someone is in front of you, you have to bear that in mind with every corner. If you think you're capable of going flat out and someone doesn't feel that way, then you have to adjust to them rather than you dictating their pace. So absolutely, it just doesn't help Gui's bid at all. And it could be a very, very short battle. Here's the Humility runs badly wide. That's Gui's opportunity into 3 now. Oh, Yanni's going to spot the gap, and he's done the double. Oh, that's marvellous.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Those two tripping up over each other, and Eoin had the momentum, he had the line, and he says, thank you very much. That is a top 10 for Eoin Katilla. What a move. What a move. Fabulous.
Yeah, all his work would have been discarded if we or the Humility understeered at the wrong place, and LG Meese is going to be lapped, so that's okay. No worries there. I thought that could have been another ZFRL in position, but no, it wasn't. It was a lap car. And Michael Malik is 4 seconds away from our True Alpha on the grid.
Yeah, this is how close the leaders are. Sammy Lipman has got a 4-second gap, but then from 2nd through 4th, that was it. Just in a blink of an eye. The other 3 Siders cars are still racing together. And then there's a massive gap back to Asker. 7.5 seconds are in between the Siders cars and the next car, which is one of the world-class lines entries. Wouldn't Fatal love to have a, let's say, another podium? He had a podium on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, in LFS Kartlight. currently P7, but doesn't look like it's going to be one here today. That would be quite a stretch.
Oh no!
Oh!
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, that's
Oh,
curse
my
the
goodness
commentator. He's
Oh,
held
my
it well
goodness.
enough. Owner could plan a mode of attack, but not immediately. The rear right tire took the most abuse there, but it should be okay.
Yeah, it seems to be the curse of Fragmasters on camera continues. As we watch Owner doing what Owen just said, trying to catch up to the back of Antu Sarek. Doing his best.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. You see his driver make a mistake, and you just can't get them back for it.
Yaroslav Donlik's about to lose a lap to Sidus's Sami Lipmanen, who starts lap 17 of 22. 6 to go here, and Unite starting to make mistakes. He's got engine damage apparently, but that doesn't excuse going wide at turn 1 necessarily, and he's being caught hand over fist now by Gabor. Now, Unite was in the perfect position if he wants to start making inroads into his teammates' lead in the championship, but as Nico likes to do, he's made life difficult for himself. And, well, he really needs to stay ahead of Gabor, because Gabor is, keeping Rick Cardle at bay.
That's exactly right, yeah. The agreement between the drivers, obviously nothing too outlandish between the teammates, but definitely Gabor does not have to give a hoot about his teammates and their championship, and unfortunately he's made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
Rick Cardle is going to have the outside line for turn 10, and Unite won't be that happy. You'd be okay about it, but not that happy. Rick Cardle easily gets third. Oh no, it's all gone wrong here.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, concentration is gone. There's no physical damage. I don't think the splitter is hugging the ground or anything.
Well, it was a big old whack on the bridge. He's testing his car now to see if it's okay. It looks okay. Left rear has some damage on it, but that's about it on that car. And he's just had 2 pretty sizable incidents, and he's still 3 seconds ahead of the next car. So, that's the level of buffer that these guys had. He can't afford any more mistakes, obviously, and he's lost out on that podium position as Yoni Katilla takes the fastest lap down in P10, and he's catching Michael Malik at a rate of knots here. This is going to be a move pretty soon, Owen.
Absolutely. That was 4 seconds when I first checked, and it's going to be less than a tenth coming up. Michael ran wide into turn 3, and there you go. That's his favorite overtaking point. Nearly doing what we saw a little while ago, and unfortunately, yeah, he's overcooked it for turn 5, and Michael's back ahead.
Yeah, Yoni made a bit of an error there, but Michael will want to stay ahead of Yoni if he can. There's only 4.5 laps left to go in this race, so it's a tall order. Yoni's on pace. What can I say? He's got the fastest lap. He's faster than any of the Siders cars out front. It does make you wonder what sort of a race this would have been if Yoni wasn't eating his dinner or something before the race. There we are. It's entertaining to see him carve his way through the field as well.
Yeah, it certainly changes the aspect of the race. If we had Yoni in the top 5, it would have been a totally different element for the guys out there. Right,
let's try this again.
Continues to lead. Yeah, here we go. Take 2, and it should be slipstream. And he's decided I'm gonna yield to a point. Like I won't stay. Or I won't move anywhere. I'll just stay on the left-hand side, and that's happy days.
Yeah, Rick Cardle and Unite are battling such that Rick Cardle's just now managed to get past Unite. So Unite's engine damage must have been pretty bad because he was gapping Rick for pretty much the whole race, or at least holding the gap. These two now scrapping. This is the fight for the championship. If Rick finishes ahead, he extends his championship lead. So Unite really doesn't want to see this. In terms of the overall game, it's already sewn up for them in the team's championship. I don't think anybody else if Siders continue to attend, I don't think anything is going to happen. As Kid goes wide, we're hearing, and has lost a few positions.
But Unite isn't finished just yet. You spotted him just now. Tried the outside line, no success. But maybe the engine damage will be limited by the clean air through the downforce. And there we go. Can he hold it? This
Yeah,
is
it can't be
absolute
too much engine damage if he's able to slipstream his way past.
Yeah, now he's losing all that time again.
Goodness me, that was close.
Yeah, so they're about 3 miles an hour apart. Yeah,
absolutely close stuff between those two. Strutter versus Magic Eoin down into the final corner. We'll pick up with Unite and Rick Cardle. They've got 3 laps left, so Rick just has to keep chipping away at Unite. Unite's got 0.4% of engine damage or something, we hear. So, yeah, he may start to lose some time, but is it enough in the time they've got left? There's 8 tenths separating them, as we see Strutter defending now from Magic. Race green car.
I think Magic missed his opportunity to merge outside. He may have bumped Strutter, and then their speeds began to equalise. So no move was achievable there. Yeah, so we'll go back to second place versus third now. I think Rick Cardle should be able to play the thinking driver's game and get the move done by the start-finish straight if Unite's engine damage is severe enough. We do have a lapped car in the gravel there. Yeah, you can just spot it there. No harm done. And now Rick is feathering the accelerator. He's going to extract everything he can. And that's job done.
Yeah, so far so good for Rick. Let's see what happens as he heads down to turn 1. Unite still has a nose ahead. No, he backs out of it. So that should be it. I don't think Unite will have a response now unless Rick makes a mistake. So Rick Cardle's championship lead set to open up even further, Owen.
Yeah, that looks to be the moment. But we do have Jaroslav Donalik and Kirk Kalou just ahead of those second and thirds. They were close, but now they'll have to take a hit and move over soon.
Kig's now got a run on Magic. Strutter has dispatched with both of these guys, but now it's Kig who's having a go, and he's made it stick before turn 1, so that's a good move.
He's gonna hit the grass on the exit though, but no harm done. Good hold. Yeah, so Unite has backed off significantly to the point that Gabor is able to catch him. And Rick, I thought the traffic was going to give him a headache, but no. Kirkaloo moves out of the way. And then Jaroslav Donlik is about 2 seconds ahead, so there you go. That variable has turned out to be a non-factor.
Sammy Lippmanen starts the 22nd and final lap here of round 20 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race 2021. Rick Cardle's managed to dispatch of his teammates Gabor and Gabor and Unite, who are now scrapping on the final lap. This is for the podium. Unite's done it to himself again. He's damaged his car with only a handful of laps to go and runs wide again at turn 1. And this is really the only battle that's likely to have an effect on the
Rick is
podium.
slow.
Oh,
he's got a fuel shortage, I can only assume.
What?
He has the indicators on. It's happening again. And then other cars here need to be lapped, so
what?
I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. How after Sunday
A
the
carbon
Sidus car
copy
run out of fuel?
Sunday. If you didn't see what happened on Sunday, folks, go and check out the LFS Kart Light round 4 on our channel. Rick Cardle he's starting to wind up again now, so maybe he's got just enough again. But what on earth has happened there? Jari Katila now looking like he's going to gain a place on Rick Cardle. Yes, he is. Anyway, final corner. I mean, let's deal with this. We have Sammy Lippmanen coming around the final corner to take a lights to flag victory in the end, essentially. Here he comes, fastest lap, and the win. It's Gabor and Unite to the finish, Owen. This is for P2.
This is a crucial moment. Unite wants second place.
Unbelievable.
As best he can, and I think there is a truce. They're going to have a formation finish before decides to do a 360 spin. Then in fourth, it's Arska fifth is Yari Catilla getting the Catilla name into the top portion of the race. Fat Ass will get sixth. And another dancer across the line. That's one of our lapped cars.
Yeah,
eventually Rick gets 8th place.
Yeah, but
it's hard to keep up with.
But behind Yoni Catilla, and we're hearing that Owner has run out of fuel as well. So very strange that drivers are running out of fuel in a fixed distance race. Owen, that's really unusual. I don't think Owner's going to even make the finish. He's crawling up to the start finish line here, but he's going to have lost a chunk of positions. What a shame. He was 5th at one point. And there he goes. He loses another 2 positions for insult on the line, and he finishes in P23. What a shocker. So, yes, Asker finishes 4th. Catilla, the Elder, finishes 5th. Maitland Fair finishes 6th. Yoni Catilla with the fastest lap in the end finishes P7. Rick Cardle, after running out of fuel essentially on the last lap, finishes in P8. That's going to hurt his championship because Unite's finished in 2nd. Michael Malik for Master Race Car P9. Then it's Hamuli in P10. Guy, Donny, Igor, Scattle, and Jocks round out the top 15. That is everyone, Owen. So if you wouldn't mind, could you do us a full rundown of the order?
Yeah, I shall do so. Well, take nothing away. Sidus Liddy was the dominant driver for this evening's Tuesday fun race. But Sidus Unite will be dancing on the streets, really getting that 2nd place from nowhere. Gabor completes Sidus 1, 2, 3. But then Arska, Yari Catilla, Fat Ass, and Yoni Catilla all benefited from Rick Ardle's sudden misfueling. He only got 8th place. Michael and the Himuli complete the top 10, so good to see other drivers getting a time to shine. The relatively new driver, Gui, finished 11th. Iron Donny got the 12th, with Igor, Scattle, Jocks, Kig, Magic, Timu Soini, Strutter, and Redbot gaining top 20s.
Yes, and there is the victory lane in the background, the RTFR victory lane, with a Finnish flag on it. It is Sidus's Sami Littmanen who does find the victory lane between the buildings. As on our run, thanks for the first 20, Owen. We have in P21, there's a lot of these guys today. Climbs, then Lorenzo, Owner. What a tragic finish for his race. It was looking so good, but he fueled quite light in the end. Pedro BR finishes 24th, 7-9 P25. Rony himself in P26. Xtoff, Firexter, Yaroslav Donalik, and Kirku round out the top 30. Then we've got LG Meese, Pit Lane Racer, Przmakov, Jamin, Young, and Twincam in P36. Fastest lap going to World Class Lions, True Alpha, Yoni Catilla, a 1 minute 27.90. That was an exciting round of RTFR, and that was a lot of action provided to us by the FXR at Westhill National.
Certainly was, yeah. And all the chatter among the drivers is the fuel load and what the percentages were, and maybe there was a game sort of giving them wrong information, so that was the mistake. But there you go. So much pulsating drama. There were the getaways down the straight, the moves like Yanni made into the difficult turn 3, and then the drama of the petrol running out.
Yeah, well, you can only do so much, and well, you have to do the prep if you want to finish on the podium, and that's the way it goes. It's very unusual to see drivers misfueling in races, though, it has to be said. There are enough things that help you out to get the fuel load right, and it's just not worked out for a couple of the drivers, namely Owner and Rick Cardle in the end. That's about all we've got time for, and well, we hope that you can join us for the next round of RTFR in a couple of weeks' time. Just need to find out where that is. In fact, I think we have just 1 second. I will find out where that is. I did have it on my notes, but I have since lost my notes, Owen. We are at South City Town Course next week for RTFR XL, the 58th, in the FZR. So that was a combo chosen by the last winner of XL. And then the week after that, it is Blackwood. Regular Blackwood BL1, Blackwood GP in the LX4 for 23 laps there. And that will be round 21 of RTFR. We hope you can join us for that. But anyway, from one of us here to one of you, thank you very much for tuning in again to Sim Broadcasts on Twitch and YouTube. I've been Peter Butcher. He's been Eoin Harmon. We've had Chris McElroy in our ear all evening, providing us with the play-by-plays so we don't miss any of the action. Thanks to him again. So, Eoin, thanks for joining me, and I will see you and everybody else next time.
You're welcome, and bye, everybody.